Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Texas boys Errol the Truth Spence Jr. and Jermell Charlo Lions only, both in shape for their upcoming fights. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now I'm back with my original segment, Ego's Weight Watchers, aka ILL, where I give you guys a look into the fighter lifestyle, before, after, progress pictures, especially when they have an upcoming fight. Now, two boys from Texas, Errol Spence Jr., Jermell Charlo, both have fights coming up in the month of June. I'm looking forward to both. Shout out to Showtime. Shout out to Al Heyman getting these done. Jermell Charlo's fighting Austin Trout. Some people are sleeping on that fight, but Trout is game. Been in there with Canelo, been in there with Canelo's brother, been in there with Miguel Cotto. He fought Jared Swift Hurd, Edeslandi Lara. I'm talking about win, lose, or draw. These are all guys that Trout fought. He fought Jermell's brother, Jermall, who's a little bit bigger than Jermell, and gave him a tough fight. I was at that fight, covered it as media, and now he's fighting Austin Trout. So I want to see how he looks. Trout's only been, out of all those names I mentioned, he's only been stopped by one guy, and that was Jared Swift Hurd, and he made him work. You know what I'm saying? And he's been more active, and he's not coming off a long layoff, etc. And that actually wasn't his last fight. He had a fight, like a tune-up fight, after the Hurd loss. So we'll see how Jermell looks. And then you have Errol Spence Jr. He's doing another title defense. I believe it's his second. He beat down Lamont Peterson, who he learned a lot from earlier in his career by sparring him. And he showed that separation versus Lamont Peterson in January. Now he's back at it, fighting his #1 or the highest ranking IBF mandatory, Carlos Ocampo, who looks a little bit bigger. And, you know, you can't sleep on anybody in boxing, take anyone for granted, because Jaime Munguia just stopped Saddam Ali. And he was a late replacement, and you've seen the size differential, and you see he was able to take an Olympian who's actually on the same Olympic team as Errol Spence Jr., Saddam Ali, and then he was able to knock him down like 4 times and stop him. Now, I am not suggesting, just for the record, I'm not suggesting that Errol Spence Jr. will meet the same fate as Saddam Ali, because one, Saddam Ali moved up in weight. I think he's more so a true welterweight, and he was a little bit out of his real weight category where he should have been. So they fight different anyway. So I'm not saying that Ocampo is gonna do this massive upset and do this job on Errol Spence. I'm just saying it's boxing, so you got to respect the opponent. You know what I mean? Other thing I've noticed is sometimes the pressure is higher when you fight. Andre Ward told me this, when you fight at home, because you have people you grow up with, or people that come to your gym, and you know what I mean, you get knocked down or get buzzed or your bell rung, you might make a mistake trying to please them. Or even if you're winning and you get your opponent hurt, you know what I mean, the crowd's cheering, yeah, and you may make a mistake. So there's actually more pressure fighting at home than if you were on the road somewhere. So we'll see how Errol Spence handles everything when he has this Dallas fight. It's a nice venue, Frisco at the Star, where the Dallas Cowboys practice. I heard it's state of the art. Never been there, but I've seen pictures and stuff. It looks cool. And one thing I like about these Texas boys, is they look ready to go, they look hungry, and they look like they're seeking out the best challenges. That goes for Jermell Charlo, and also Errol Spence Jr. Now you look at the picture on the thumbnail, you look at the picture in the video, Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo both look in shape, they both look ready to go. Their fights aren't until June, Ego Weight Watcher style. I mean, there's nothing to critique. You see six-pack, you see them working. So that's all I can ask of these fighters. You know what I mean? You look at like guys like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at times, Adrian Broner. You see pictures of him, Ricky Hatton when he was fighting, and it's like, damn, he's huge, he's big. Even the great Winky Wright was saying, I remember watching HBO like 24/7 or something. He was about to fight B-Hop or whoever. He was talking about he loves Krispy Kreme donuts. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot to stay and remain disciplined. Your off season, especially. The thing I like about Errol Spence Jr., I told you, if this was a teacher and he was a student, he's the type of student, him and Terrence Crawford, guys like that, you could leave the classroom, you could tell them the assignment, hey, read quietly, and then start writing this essay. And then you could leave the classroom and go to the bathroom or go to the principal's office or something, come back, and he did his work. You know what I'm saying? Some guys you can't leave. They need strict trainers. They need dietitians and nutritionists and shit, and someone constantly supervising them. But from what I've seen, it looks like Errol Spence, he's self-sufficient. Like, and I know that for a fact because I know other people. They said, like, someone said recently they came back from the movies at like 12:30 a.m. and Errol was working. You know what I'm saying? So just little stuff like that, and that's what I like about him. He seems self-motivated. He knows what's at stake, and it doesn't look like he's ever has so far let this fame get to him. Like, where everyone's saying, oh, you'll beat Keith Thurman and you made Keith Thurman vacate. He's still working hard. That's that Floyd Mayweather shit. Out of all the success that Floyd Mayweather has achieved and received and the accolades and accomplishments, there's no one out there that I've ever talked to that says Floyd doesn't work hard. So even when he made what was the highest amount of purse that he made at those times, like let's say when he fought De La Hoya or Canelo, before the Pacquiao purse, you know what I mean, before Conor McGregor, he still kept working and kept working. He didn't just get complacent. And I see that same hunger in guys like Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Terrence Crawford, etc. So I gotta respect that. Same thing with Jermell Charlo. He says he wants to fight Trout, and he still has his mind on Jared Swift-Hurd. Plus, you got a new player in the 154-pound division, a champion, a big guy, Jaime Munguia. He just took Saddam Ali's belt by violent force. You know what I mean? Got him out of there in the 4th round. That alone made a name for himself. Let me know what you guys think. Ego Weight Watchers, both guys look in shape. I know they're pushing each other in camp for a great June, so we'll see what their performances produce. But they both look ready. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.